the team fights, because Wukong is a very item dependent
Yes,
champion.
yes. But Wukong, exactly as you said, it's a very item-dependent champion. So it really depends on how well his laning goes. Because if his laning
But
phase does not
late
go
game,
very
I
well,
think it all comes
then
down
he
to
will
how
not
you
be
how well this
participating a lot or
Wukong how
contributing a
well
lot to
his
the team
laning
fights.
phase goes.
Yes, of course, he can
Because
ult, but if
I
he's
think if
not
his laning phase
giving out any
is in the fight
damage,
because
then
Wukong is a very
Sound
item
muted.
dependent
yes,
champion.
yes.
The team fights, because
Wukong,
Wukong is a very
exactly as
item
you said,
dependent
is a
champion.
very item-dependent champion. So Wukong, it really depends on how well his laning goes. Because if his laning phase does not go very well, then he will not be. Because if his laning phase does not go very well, then he will not be participating. Yes, of course, he can ult, but if he's not contributing a lot to the team fights, yes, of course, he can ult, but
Sound
if he's
muted.
not giving out any damage, then
Wukong is a very item dependent
yes,
champion.
yes. Item-dependent champion. So Wukong, exactly as depends on how well his laning goes. Because if his laning phase does not go very well, then he will not be. Because if his laning phase does not go very well, then he will not be participating. Yes, of course, he can ult, but if he's not contributing a lot to the team fights, yes, of course, he can ult, but
Sound
if he's
muted.
not giving out any damage, then
Wukong is a very item dependent
yes,
champion.
yes. Item-dependent champion. So Wukong, exactly as depends on how well his laning goes. Because if his laning phase does not go very well, then he will not be. Because if his laning phase does not go very well, then he will not be participating. Yes, of course, he can ult, but if he's not contributing a lot to the team fights, yes, of course, he can ult, but
Sound
if he's
muted.
not giving out any damage, then
Wukong is a very item dependent
yes,
champion.
yes. Item-dependent champion. So Wukong, exactly as depends on how well his laning goes. Because if his laning phase does not go very well, then he will not be. Because if his laning phase does not go very well, then he will not be participating. Yes, of course, he can ult, but if he's not contributing a lot to the team fights, yes, of course, he can ult, but
Sound
if he's
muted.
not giving out any damage, then
Wukong is a very item dependent
yes,
champion.
yes. Item-dependent champion. So Wukong, exactly as depends on how well his laning goes. Because if his laning phase does not go very well, then he will not be. Because if his laning phase does not go very well, then he will not be participating. Yes, of course, he can ult, but if he's not contributing a lot to the team fights, yes, of course, he can ult, but
Sound
if he's
muted.
not giving out any damage, then
Wukong is a very item dependent
yes,
champion.
yes. Item-dependent champion. So Wukong, exactly as depends on how well his laning goes. Because if his laning phase does not go very well, then he will not be. Because if his laning phase
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Mess with the book.
User left your channel. Channel
The
switch.
action is beginning.
Alright, looks like we're going to be seeing a blue and a blue star for both sides. Actually, no, a red star for the Amumu, which is a little interesting. But I mean, I guess it's still common players because you have you have the bot lane over there and you get a better leash, so I guess it's understandable.
Yeah.
Vi starting off, of course, on the blue side as well, and as
Game
always,
has been paused.
yes, this is a very, very Sri Lankan thing, happens all the time. It would not be a Sri Lankan game if we didn't have a pause.
Does this happen
But
because
wonder
someone
what the story
disconnected?
is right now.
Probably so.
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah. Oh, there we
Okay,
go.
okay, there you go. The unpause has happened, and we are heading back into lane once again. So no lane swaps and no reason to expect any either, because this is not really a challenger level game. We're all just trying to have a lot of fun and win some cash. A little bit of harass coming through to the Alice. Actually, a lot of damage right there. Courtesy of the double up from Misfortune. The next one doesn't connect. Lucian manages to move to the side. Heading into the mid lane and the top lane. Things are going fairly even.
I think that the main factor that will be the junglers. It all depends on how well the junglers play. Because hearing from you, it seems like the laners know what they're doing. So it's not like they're going to be... the junglers will have...
So looking at the top lane for just a little while, looking at the top lane for like a short while, I'm not exactly sure which Keystone Mastery that Wukong is running. However, we did have Poppy miss flat Q on the Wukong just a little while ago and take a little bit of damage from that Wukong combo. But I think the Poppy's going to be alright, because I do believe he's running the Grasp of the Undying. So he should be able to sustain alright. There you go, stun coming out. That's a lot of harass there. That's a lot of harass. A little bit of minion aggro coming through the Poppy as well. But Poppy currently having a little bit of a CS lead on that Wukong, so that should be interesting to see. More harass heading through to that Alice there, courtesy of the double up.
Misfortune is very good at using that. The double ups are very on point.
Yep. I mean, the ADC from Team PnX, very, very experienced. He's been doing this for a long time, covering the run of Singha. And, you've got a lot of experience in this Team PnX. I mean, they're not known as the #1 ranked team in the country for no reason, Yeah. They've been doing this for a long time. They have a lot of experience under their belt, so expect to see special stuff from these guys. I'm just hoping to see an upset coming from, the underdogs, the legendary moves. I'm hoping to see an upset coming off from them, because it would make things a little interesting, It's kind of like watching SKT play. It's like watching SKT play, and you're like, hey, you know what? I'm hoping that SKT has a loss. Just so things become interesting,
Yes.
Vi at the moment going back for a while, getting his hands on a few items, and coming back into hoping for
Gang to the
a
top.
top side gank, which might actually work out, because it is pushed just a little bit. You probably don't want to push that too much.
He does have it worded, unless they somehow manage to gang from the tri-bush. I think the Poppy should be okay.
Exactly.
Actually, he is pushed a lot. Well, we're going to see some action here now. Oh, the TP is coming in. Oh, the Wukong is almost dead. Oh wow, that was
double TP coming in. I don't really know if that was really... Oh, what's going on here? Oh, that was a terrible place to recall. But I think he was out of mana as well,
He didn't really have any other option in there, but
I
think the mistake there was that he engaged before the Vi came in. He was very low, so the Vi should have engaged first, and then the Wukong should have engaged on top.
Exactly. Almost a hook there, the death sentence just barely missing the Lucian, but the advantage heading over to Team PnX at the moment, which is very, very common, happens all the time with the double TP that they were running. Unfortunately, a TP wasted from the Orianna, not really going to get anything out of that. That was a bit of waste, I think, after. Yeah, considering all things, I think that he shouldn't have TP'd in the first place,
Push the lane, get ahead on 4. some damage on tower.
And with the Oriana's passive, you could have got a little bit of chip damage on the tower as well. I think that would have been a lot more useful than TPing top because you're not going to get anything out of it, you know.
Looking at the gold difference, we can see that it's only been about 1.5k going for PnX. PnX is ahead by 1.5k. It seems like they're doing better with farmers as well. Mid lane, Lissandra has a 10 CS lead. Plus she has a kill now. We'll probably win her lane.
Exactly. I mean, Ashe is generally not a very aggressive laner. This much I know. I've seen him play for a long time. He's not the kind of person who likes pushing the lane too much and getting aggressive unless he knows if he gets aggressive, that's when you know that Mr. Yukila is somewhere around that ring for a gang. So Ashe is the kind of mid laner who likes to play a controlled lane. He likes to wait for the team fighting phase, and he likes to have a lot of peel in front of him and work off that. That's generally how he plays.
Well, he is playing a control mage anyways, so I guess it suits him very well. Goes well with his style. Well, the Amumu just got level 6, so we might see a gank from him.
Yeah. So we're definitely going to be seeing some ganks coming in now. We're seeing a few wards going into that just behind the blue on the side of the legendary move. So I think they might be trying to pull off a gank under the tower. The people coming in here, is this going to happen?
I don't think so.
I think they're going to be backing off. They're going to be backing off.
Yeah,
because you do have that scuttle crab ward over there as well, so you can see what they're doing. So I don't think that would be a very good idea to actually
engage.
It's not going to be happening.
And that's a kill.
The ult comes through, and
there you go. That's a kill, definitely.
Yep, he's gonna die. He's definitely gonna die. There you go. Another kill going on to let me see.
Now the bot lane.
So Ashe having a very good.
Alright.
The ult was stopped. Can they turn this around? Almost.
I guess they did not.
This is very. Whoa. Is that Alexa gonna go down? No. Misfortune is very low on mana, so that's not gonna happen.
The Amumu's coming to the red. Looks like Team PnX has a lot more map control. They're putting those deep wards, trying to find out where Vi is, and then playing on top of that.
Wow, that double up went a long way. Did you actually see how far that...
yes, I did.
That double up actually went. That was ridiculous. What? Right, please. Rito, what are you doing, bruh? Alright, so I think the vibe was, I think they made a very calculated guess over there because as you can see, they have the ward there just at the red, just at Vi's red, and they also have that ward at the Vi's blue. So a lot of map control from Team PnX, and you know exactly why these guys are, the #1 team in the country, because they really know where the enemy jungler is. That's how they make their things happen.
Well, it looks like the Amumu's going for a counter jungling style of play. That's why they always have the deep wards. As you can see, there's a deep ward on the top lane as well. So they want to know where the Vi is at all times to prevent ganks.
Exactly, because the Vi with her ult activated, it's a very, very strong gank right there. Vi is going to have a little bit of a problem later on because she did not clear that red, and she only got it now, so that's going to take a little bit of time. So that's going to cause them a few problems. Mountain Drake is active, but no one's made the move to go to the Drake yet. If I know anything, what Team PnX will try to do is they'll try to utilize that double TP again in the bot lane, take the bot lane out, or at least force them back, and then they will go for the Drake, because this is how these guys play. So they need to watch out for that. They need to make sure that they have complete control
It looks like the Amumu is making his way towards the bot lane as well. We might see a gank there.
Exactly. There's a very good chance. Yeah, you might actually see Team Phoenix letting them push for a little while, and then Amumu trying a lane gank. Because as far as I can see, that's exactly what he's going for at the moment. So, Chamidu Dana on Mr. U Killer, also known as that, the Amumu waiting to see. Waiting for those guys to come, but they're pushing the lane. I don't really know if this is going to work out.
The lane is actually going to push towards PnX, so I think the lane gank is going to work out. But if it doesn't, this Amumu would have wasted a lot of time. Oh, there we go. They have awarded now.
Oh, he missed it. This is going to be a flash shot. This is going to be a flash shot. Oh, there it is. The ult comes through.
Oh, it's a one-on-one.
See, I told you this is exactly going to happen. It's a one-for-one. TPs from both laners coming through. Who's gonna come out? Oh, wow, this is a massacre. I don't even know what's going on. But Team Phoenix, obviously the winners of that, because this Lucian, there you go, double kill, and Ash is very fed right now. 4-0-0 for that Lissandra.
And now they're going and taking the dragon, which should just increase their lead even more. They have about 4k lead right now, which is quite a lot. Yeah,
this is going to be a problem. This is going to be a problem.
As we can see, top lane for Team Phoenix has a huge CS difference. Same thing with mid lane. And the bot lane's about equal.
And of course, the goal lead is growing in favor of Team Phoenix as well. However, Legendary Noobs have done a pretty admirable job of keeping things, keeping that goal lead as constricted as possible. Because in other situations, I've seen that goal lead snowball a lot worse. But right now, they need to understand that Phoenix does have that mountain break, which means they have extra damage on those towers. And Team Phoenix, they love to snowball off these little exchanges and try to take towers. So they need to try and control this game as much as possible. Oh, Alistair getting caught out. Got the headbutt on, but is this? Nope, this is not going to work out. He's got the ult, but I don't really know if that ult is going to help. He's got the flash, he's fine. But that is still another win.
Definitely. The Amumu could just come back for another gang, and then if they're caught out, then no flash for them to escape.
Exactly.
Looks like the Amumu's making his way towards mid lane, but it's warded, and Oriana backs down.
Let's have a look at the top lane. It's been a very boring lane so far. Nothing much has been happening there in lane. We've seen a few TPs coming in, but apart from that, of course, you haven't really got a lot to go on in that top lane.
Well, the mid lane, the Lissandra just ulted. I guess the main purpose of that was just to make sure that Oriana misses on as much CS as possible.
I think this is going to be a dead cow. There you go. The cow has gone down once again. This is exactly what happens. See, Team Phoenix, if you're playing against Team Phoenix, you need to understand how they play. And anyone knows that this Amumu, Mr. Yukila, that's such a terrible move. Terrible move. This is not going to end well. That's the snowball I was talking about. This Amumu, right, Mr. Yukila, he loves camping the bot lane. He likes getting their ADC fed because this guy is a very good ADC, and what they want is these guys getting completely fed. So as you can see, you haven't seen a single gank going to the top lane. Why? Because that lane is perfectly balanced out. That Wukong cannot fight the Poppy as of now. And you haven't seen a lot of presence coming from the Vi. The Vi at 16 minutes almost is at 1-1-1, which shows that he hasn't really been part of a lot of things. So when you're playing a Vi, man, you gotta gank.
Exactly.
You gotta
The whole
gank.
purpose of it, because late game the Vi kind of gets weaker and is not able to contribute as much. It's similar to Lee Sin. What you have to do is in the beginning you're supposed to gank a lot and make sure that your lanes are ahead. So then late game you'll just be able to tank all the damage and let your laners carry you. But the fact that she's just going around and farming, it's not the best way you can use
You're not really making use of your oh, this is gonna be a problem. No, they're not gonna go in on that because the Orianna is there and that shockwave would cause Team Phoenix a few problems.
It seems that Team Phoenix is ahead at least 1 step or 2 steps at all time.
Every time. That's how it works, you know. One mistake and these guys punish.
They got a lot of damage on that mid lane, and Alistar and Lucian were late to come to mid lane and help. They seem to be setting up for a team fight in the mid lane.
So another tower goes down in favor of Team Phoenix, and you are having problems, Legendary Noobs, because you guys are behind and your goal lead, which I think about 5 minutes ago or more, very, very close, was around what?
Yeah.
2,000 goal lead, and now look at it. It's 28,000 to 23,000.
5,000.
Big problems. Yeah, which is a big problem for Legendary Noobs. That top lane is looking pretty frail at the moment. You know, it's got that toothpick look that we absolutely hate, Shabir. You know when we have those moments and our tower just looks absolutely frail and you're like, oh
yeah,
man, we
you're
can't
just
stay
like,
here.
the minute they push, we're gonna lose this tower. And it's just... But...
Alright, we got a Vi gang coming in. We got a TP coming in. Is this going to be matched? Yes, it's gonna be matched, but is it too late? It's way too late, Orianna. You need to come a lot. Oh,
yeah.
That is such a bad move. Oh, this is looking terrible.
Even if the Orianna came at the same time, she does not have the damage output that the Lissandra has right now because the Lissandra is so fed.
Exactly.
So
the only reason that the Orianna would actually work at that point would be to disengage. You know, shockwave, slow them down, walk away. But that TP coming in way too late, and 2 people actually on that side dying, that was not worth at all. You know, that was not worth at all. That's just
and it seems like Team Phoenix is going from one objective to another objective. They took the bot tower, then they went to the mid tower.
Very seamless, yeah, seamless.
Then they went to the top tower, now they took the dragon. They know that they're in control of the game, and they're making the best use of that.
Big problems for Team Legendary Noobs. They're behind by quite a bit. That goal lead keeps growing bigger and bigger from 5,000. About 2 minutes ago, already gone to 7,000. And 2 Drakes in favor of Team Phoenix and 2 Mountain Drakes, which means that the sieging game is going to be absolutely devastating. That Lucian is not looking good. Also, Shabir, can you tell me about the Lucian build?
I personally would not go for Berserkers. I think that it would be a lot better if you take the cooldown reduction boots. The Ionian, because for Lucian, it's obviously very important to proc your passive, and what better way to have cooldown and use your abilities to keep proccing your passive. The Black Cleaver, again, it's like the Korean build, so I would say that it's fine, but again, the Yumos would have been better.
But there's something missing. The Yumos is missing. The Yumos is missing.
If I were playing Lucian, I would build the Yomus first.
And another problem, I guess you're trying to maybe go for a Morg Malmortius. At least that's what I'm guessing from the Null Magic Mantle over there. Oh, the Vi gets caught, but she's gonna Q through the wall, and it's gonna be perfectly fine. But the Alistair once again in a bad position. But the shockwave helps, but no. Alistair, oh, they're walking into their deaths, you know.
Well, Alistair players, you could say, need to understand that Alistair is no Superman and is not invincible.
Yeah, I
so
think I have that problem sometimes. Quadra kill going out to the misfortune, and I would say that this is a GG.
Yes.
That's a game. That's a game right there. That's a game right there.
Plus, the Alistair was nerfed, so his ult is a lot less effective during the beginning or middle stages of the game. So, playing against the Fed team, you should not be playing that aggressive. And
Yeah, I think there needs to be a clear shot caller for this legendary noobs team, because it's like there's so many mixed calls going on. You know, I think it would be great if we could hear the mics, but obviously we can't. So I think there's a lot of mixed calls going in here and there, and that is causing major problems for a lot of people on that team, because you got the Orianna Shockwave coming out, which should be, as of now, a disengage, because you cannot hope to win a fight. You just can't. You know?
Well, it seems like they're looking at their team composition. They're going for. They're not using their team in the most effective. Oh, there we go. Another pause game. I'm guessing someone else got disconnected.
Yeah, something of the sort. These things happen all the time, you know, Sri Lankan games, man. If we don't have a pause, then there's something wrong. Alright, so Misfortune's having a bit of a problem. And, alright, so while we got this time, let's just go ahead and talk about these team comps once again. Yeah, apparently, so Lysandra's suffering from a little bit of lag. So hopefully we can get that fixed as soon as possible. Right now, I think, you know, Lucian's dealing no damage. Lucian is dealing absolutely no damage at all. You're looking at the Black Cleaver. You haven't really got a lot of base damage there, you know. And of course, he's, for some bizarre reason. Okay, I understand why, but without that Yumos, without any of your base items completed, going for that Quicksilver Sash, I don't really know if. Yeah, I don't really know if that's because. What are you going to actually do? You know, what are you actually going to do in team fights?
As an ADC, your role is to deal the most amount of damage.
Exactly.
And by building the Quicksilver Sash, yes, you're increasing your survivability, but the problem is that even if you survive for longer, you're dealing no damage. So it's kind of redundant. So it would have been a lot better.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, what are you actually going to do? It's not like you've got CC. So your purpose in the team as of now is pretty null, you know?
Yes.
And you got a severely underfed Alistair on that team who's just got the Face of the Mountain, the Side Stone, and not even completed boots. So that's a problem. And then you know, you got the Wukong still struggling to finish one item. Okay, this is worrying me quite a bit. Look at that Wukong build. Something's definitely going wrong there.
You cannot be a champion and build 2-3 items at the same time. You have to complete. 2 would be okay. To build half of one, finish the next one, and then build your first one again.
Yeah, but right now you got about 3 incomplete items and 3 very expensive incomplete items. The Q missing. Is this gonna be a death sentence lantern? This Orianna's gonna take some hurt. Oh, that Misfortune hurt. Oh, there it is. That's it. That's a solo kill right there. No help from the Thresh whatsoever. That Orianna going down very, very fast to that Misfortune, who is absolutely fed. Very fed. You got the Yomus completed, probably going for a Cleaver now, which is, yeah.
Well,
yeah,
it is
the Dust Blade is done as well.
Exactly, the Dust Blade is done, so definitely is going for the Cleaver. Looks like Team PnX has the potential to even tower dive.
Big team fight coming out.
Yeah. That is probably the game.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a GG actually, because that Orianna comes up, Lucian comes up, maybe with their ult they can actually help them out just a little bit, but
that
I don't know about this.
The game has already been decided.
Yeah, that's it. Oh no, he managed to get away. The QS is coming in handy. Oh, why would you go back in again? That's gonna be a GG. nothing that Ariana can do at this point to actually help them out. That's going to be a GG. Ladies and gentlemen, the first group stage match going over to Team Phoenix, as you can see. Okay, not just yet. Not just yet. Oh wow, what is going on here? What? Well, okay. The throws are real.
I wouldn't really say it's a throw. They're probably just having a lot of fun, yeah. As you can see, the Phoenix is way ahead.
They're way too ahead, you know. That Thresh is tanking up quite a lot of damage. Nothing but a problem. Okay. Fancy ult coming in there from the Lissandra. I don't really know what that was for. But I think legendary noobs are gonna survive for maybe a little while longer. Team Phoenix probably gonna recall. They're probably gonna recall. Oh no, hold on, hold on.
Finishing it.
No, are they gonna finish it? Are they gonna finish it? No, no, still no. Yep, there. This is what's going on here, guys.
I think they just want to get more kills and have better stats.
Alright, there it is. That's the game. That's a GG.
That game was completely dominated by Team Phoenix.
Yep. Alright, heading over to the victory screen. Alright, there you go. We can, I mean, obviously I don't think we even need to look at the grid to actually find out how much damage that Misfortune did. A lot of damage coming out from the Misfortune. And obviously Team Phoenix playing their normal game. I think at some point, the teams who have seen these guys play for so long need to realize that they have a certain play style. And
Hey Cheesy, how's it going? So I guess we're gonna have to wait for a little while. That's perfectly fine. I think that's a very wise choice. You know, as me and Shabir were basically discussing this during the last match as well. I think we all knew, okay, why would you leave the Amumu open? It was always going to be a bad idea to leave the Amumu open, you know. The Kindred pick, of course, I could see that coming because we all know that Mr. Yuki, I think even last tournament when we were playing, I remember a lot of people telling me, you know what, you probably want to ban the Kindred because, Chamidu Udana is a pretty good Kindred player. He likes playing those aggressive junglers, and Kindred is very, very strong in the early game as well. And even though his ult got nerfed to the point where you basically it's basically it ults on top of him. It's still Kindred is still a very, very dangerous jungler. A lot of plays can be made, and he has a very strong kit, and he can gank very, very strong at the early game. So and I do believe that we might maybe see him do a little bit of counter jungling. He might do a little bit of invading. I'm just guessing.
Well,
Wow, a Draven! There's a Draven! So this, wow, okay, that is very interesting.
Seems like the team compositions are very different from the previous match.
Okay, once again, can you tell me, okay, so you got the Renekton coming in from the Legendary Noobs. Who is both playing in this game? Who is Bolt playing? Who is the top laner who is the top champion for Team PnX? Okay, so Shabir, let's discuss the Renekton into the Maokai. What do you think?
The Renekton is a very strong laner. He should have an advantage during the lane, doing his. But the Maokai does have a lot of damage output in team fights, and also the tankiness. I think the Renekton usually falls off towards the late game. But again, it depends on how well the teams do, and whether if it's anything like the previous match, then I don't think individual champions and the fact that they would fall off or not would play a lot of role in that, because if one team gets really fed, then that'll basically be it. But laning phase, I would like to think the Renekton would win, but then again, we saw last match that due to the gangs and the farming and everything, the champions didn't really play a very big role in determining who would win different lanes.
Okay, so finally I managed to get into the spectate screen. As always, there's a little bit of a delay, so we'll be able to see things happening in just a little while. But yeah, Shabir, have you managed to get onto my spectate yet?
I have not. It says you're in your champion select, so I'll have to wait until the game starts and then I'll spectate.
All right, excellent. All right, so it does appear that Eric is going to be joining us in just a little bit.
That's great. I think it will be very nice having his opinion on the fact how the champions play, because he has a better understanding of the game.
All right, so Renekton, in my honest opinion, obviously has the early game advantage, and of course you get to see what Renekton can do, against these tanky players, champions like Maokai, I think. But he has to make sure that he gets that advantage going for him as soon as possible. Otherwise, it's gonna be a bit of a problem for him later on.
Well, of course, it's similar to playing like a champion who's strong early game will have to do well early game to be able to do okay late game, because if he struggles early game, then he would not be contributing a lot to the overall team fights and getting objectives, and basically the damage output that he would have would be low if he does not do well during the lane.
Microphone muted.
Exactly. Going back into okay, Kennen. Kennen is a very interesting pick. You're gonna be seeing Kennen going up against a Victor. What do you think this is going to be like?
Is Ash playing the Victor?
Yep, you got Ash on the Victor.
I think I've seen his Victor. It's very strong, but
Victor's pretty good.
Yeah, Kennen is a very strong champion. Especially his ult. His ult is very devastating. So using that properly, it could change a whole team fight around. So I think that will be a very interesting lane, and also their contribution towards the team fights. They're both very strong champions. We will see what happens.
Okay, so this is going to be a little interesting because let me see. We've managed to change. There's actually a little bit of a change going on in Legendary Noobs. If you realize, you got the guy who was playing ADC early on, playing top lane for this game. Let's have a look at their names, Shabir. Are you in game with me?
I am in the loading screen. Yes.
Alright, so I'm actually in game already, so you're gonna probably have to speed up your stream as soon as you get in, right?
Okay,
so if
I'm
we
in
have a
game
quick
now,
look at
yeah.
the top laners, alright, so if you have a quick look at the top laner,
Yeah.
if you remember JL Flash,
Yeah.
he was the ADC for the earlier game.
Yeah, he was.
He was the guy playing Lucian.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a change over here, and we got Dean the Demon. Let me see who is. Let me have a look at this. Mudita Sagar, who's actually decided to switch things up just a little bit, going bot lane. So they've done a bit of a switcheroo, maybe trying something different. But the Draven pick is quite interesting. What do you think?
I recently I've been playing. I have never seen but right now I think that they're going for something different, and this will either go very well for them or it will not go very well for them, because if the Draven somehow manages to get ahead, then he becomes you could say an unstoppable force.
Yeah. But then again, we have to take into consideration that the ADC from Team PnX has got the Lucian back, and he's an absolute monster with that Lucian. And with the Alistair there as well, they can make plays.
Yes, of course, and the problem, I think the greatest problem for the Draven would be the fact that the Alistair can he can see where the Draven would move next, so then he would be able to do his combo.
Exactly.
I would like to think that the Draven was not a very is not a very strong pick right now. There are champions that are a lot stronger right now in this meta. but we'll see how it goes.
Yep. Well, let's discuss the junglers. We got a Shen going up against the Kindred. I would say the Kindred has advantage.
The Kindred is very strong right now. The Kindred is very strong right now.
Alright guys, we have Eric who joined us all the way from UK.
Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome to the League of Eric.
League of Biscuit, you meant to say.
Yeah, the League of
Kawaii
Biscuit,
Biscuit
guys.
after all.
Alright guys, it's official. Our commentators table has become a lot sweeter now. Alright Eric, have you started spectating yet?
I have to do it right now, because I was sorting out my
Well,
team.
yeah.
I
Alright,
can
well
tell
done.
that Renekton's gonna have some problems later on. I can already see
Of
it.
course. Yeah.
A lot of them.
So a little bit of Harris coming out from that Renekton to that Maokai, but Maokai with the grasp of the Undying and of course the Sap Magic gaining all of that back, and suddenly Renekton not doing so well. However, he still has that lifesteal coming out from the Q, especially with the Rage Bar. So I'm just waiting for Eric to actually join the spectate so that he can give us a little bit of an insight as to
Okay, I
who comes and what he
got
thinks
it.
of them.
Give me a second.
Alright.
Okay, that's
Oh, big
interesting.
fight going on there. Big fighting going on
Yeah.
in the top lane.
The
Alright, the
Kindred,
junglers, the Kindred meets the Shen.
well,
You
looks
got
like
the
the
Shen.
Kindred's going
Then
down.
misses the
Yeah, he misses. The flash comes out.
Alright, I'm actually updated, I think. It's 4 minutes, 5 seconds from now.
Yes,
That's
yes.
right.
Alright,
Yep.
good.
You are correct. Yep.
When we talk, if we talk about the matchup, Renekton's got most of the damage. Sorry, I meant to say, Renekton's got a lot of damage in the early game, but later on he actually falls off.
Yep.
And then Maokai comes in with a huge amount of damage plus the amount of heal he gets from the one hit of his passive, which is up to 500 or even more.
I think we're already seeing that passive coming to play. If you look at the top lane at the moment, right? You got that Maokai who is pretty much almost at full health, and the Renekton that you expect to be snowballing an early advantage, not doing so well, and also he's also burned through the potions.
Well, as a Renekton, you're supposed to build up your rage board and then do your little combo of E, stun, Q, and then E away.
Yeah.
I have not, but the Maokai is zoning him out and not letting him build the rage bar, so I think that's the reason that he's
Exactly.
getting ahead in the lane. This fight for the first dragon should be interesting. I'm sure
Yeah, because
both of the teams
that
will want it.
dragon is going to be very, very enticing. Everyone's gonna want that dragon. It is an infernal, and we've seen it even in professional play, in LCS,
Yeah.
LCK, wherever else. We've seen that first dragon very contested.
Yeah,
Eric, let's talk about
damage.
let's talk about each of the lanes. You know, let's talk about the jungle versus jungle matchup, the mid matchup, and of course the bot lane matchup as well. Give me
I
your
would
take
say
on what you think.
let's start from the mid lane since it's my best role. So I'm gonna
Right.
start talking about it. Victor is a ridiculously strong pick right now due to damage from the ultimate, since it explodes every 2 seconds or something around that.
Yeah.
It's Victor have a really high snowball potential, while Kennen can have amazing team fights. As soon as Kennen hits his ultimate, it's at least 3 people in the enemy team. It's an easy game for the for the blue team. When it comes to the matchup in the lane, Kennen just going to view every single minion just to farm from the safe distance, since the Victor's laser can hurt a lot.
Exactly.
It hurts a lot once you upgrade it. Okay, let's go to the jungle. We got Shen and Kindred. Kindred is dependent. If she gets stacks, she will be a problem to the blue team. If we talk about the Shen,
I think even now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, of course, the ganks coming up from the Shen are going to be a lot stronger, because right now, if we look at the mid lane, we got double TP comps from both sides. But with Shen, you got an advantage there because obviously the Shen ultimate stand United is going to be very, very useful.
In my
And,
opinion, what Victor should have done, he should have gone for a cleanse instead, because if Cannon or Renekton hits that stun, or if Shen gonna count it, he's dead in the team fight. He has no way to run unless he's gonna buy himself a Q assess, which is gonna be useless for him.
Yeah. But this is exactly how Team Phoenix plays, you know. I think even in the last game, where Shabir and I were casting, we noticed that they tend to run this double TP comp. They like to TP down, they like to force something in the bot lane, right? And then they like to double TP down, and then they like to take the dragon right after that, after hopefully forcing the enemy bot lane to back or after killing them.
See, that's why if you play with the double TP comp, you have to make sure that you can actually engage in the bot lane, because it's the lane you can snowball out of really easily, since they have low health at the start of the game, and top laners are really tanky these days, but the bot lanes are really easy to snowball on. But as you can see, they haven't TP yet. What should have happened now? If Victor have this cleanse, he would have easier lane. Kindred comes in, they can't do much. Actually, Cannon would have actually killed the Kindred. He had a little opportunity of killing Kindred. Just throw in a Q. W ult in, she was in the tower range, so she would have probably like take an additional shot and die. The actual tower.
Yeah. But the chances of that Victor ulting is pretty big as well.
See, the thing is, with the Victor, if your ultimate hits for quite a lot, but at the same time, it doesn't like deal damage instantly. You need to wait around like for a second or 2 seconds to actually proc the ultimate's passive, which is gonna blow itself up and deal massive damage then.
Alright, what do you think of the bot lane matchup? Let's look at this Draven and Thresh versus the Alistar and the Lucian. Keeping in mind that LeBron's James, the ADC of Team Phoenix, has been known for his Lucian. He's a very, very good Lucian. And considering that matchup, what do you guys think?
I would say, if we talk about the blue side, blue side's been a problem since... Oh, the double team.
Alright, there you go. That's what they wanted to force. That is what they wanted to force.
That's what we were waiting for.
Alright, there you go. Alright, the Maokai in a bit of a situation here. Is this going to be first blood? No, the Lucian is still surviving.
Another TP.
The Lucian is gonna go down. Another TP comes down.
That looks like it's gonna
be this can end.
Does have an actual TP.
Yeah.
Oh, he misses the laser.
That would have been a kill of them.
That was a terrible idea. So this is gonna be an infernal drill. What's going on here?
Is he gonna get it? Is he gonna get it?
Is he gonna get it? Yeah, he is.
Looks like
that's a 1-4. See, this is exactly what Team Phoenix did in the last game as well. They like to wait for these moments, these rare moments, right, where the enemy team, especially the bot lane, makes a tiny little mistake, and they will take the tower, and they will take the Infernal Drake. And you know what? I would actually say, guys, I mean, Shabir, you saw how it went about the last game, right? I would say this is a GG. I would say this is a GG.
They could always make a mistake, but looking at their last game, they're very good at not making very big mistakes. So I would say that this would give them a very good chance of winning the game. Because now the bot lane is pressured. I'm pretty sure they're all going to group in mid now, take the mid tower, but then again we'll see.
The top tower of Phoenix taking a lot of damage, but I don't think it's going to mean much, to be honest, because that Renekton just does not have enough damage. And now the Draven has to play from behind because his lane is a lot longer, and unless they ward along that entire area, they're playing very dangerously. So this is a problem.
And they're doing exactly as they did last game. The Lucian just came mid. The Alistar and Victor are coming mid as well. They're going to try to get that mid tower.
How does that saying go? You know, how does that saying go? If it ain't break, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know.
There it is. You press A to see that. Alright. No,
we got Eric who's just learning about spectate.
To have a look at the action, the actual, like, you know, the fight. And I was looking for it. I was like, ZX5, where is it? There's like... there
This
is it.
cannon at the moment currently being zoned out a lot. I mean, the Victor is quite fit as well, you know. I mean, he's 102 at the moment, got a lot of damage.
He will
but
be
I would
able to
say-
snowball like him. I'll have to say, he will be able
Yeah,
to snowball.
exactly.
First blood went to the Alistair that helped him with the item build. As you can
Alistair,
see,
yeah.
he's quite tanky at the moment.
Exactly.
Top lane fight.
With Renekton already having problems.
This
Already
outside.
having problems. He's already having problems.
And
This is gonna be a dead Draven. This is gonna be a dead Draven. This is exactly
Yeah.
what I was talking about. There
And
you go.
that, I would say that Trash would really die.
Thresh might survive. Oh, mid lane. Will the Victor die? Yes, he will.
Alright, that's gonna be a Victor going down. That's a very good thing. That's a very, very good thing
That's
because
a
they
big
really need to
cleanse,
shut
ladies
down
and
Ash.
gents. A big cleanse. Instantly
Exactly.
cleanse and flash out. But, unfortunately, he didn't have flash, but he
Well,
might
looks
have
like
had a
the
little
Kindred.
chance
Looks
of
like the
surviving.
Kindred is coming for the cannon. I would say that.
Alright.
That's it.
Got a lot of attack speed.
Flashed away.
This cannon, the cannon flashes out. The cannon flashes out. The true damage not coming yet. The stun comes out, and all is still well. But the flash is gone from cannon. That means that at some point, very, very soon, that cannon's gonna pay for it. Especially with if that Victor manages to lock him down in the gravity field. It's gonna be
The point is, right now with the cannon, cannon should build the proto belt. And with the proto belt, he doesn't really need the flash to use his ultimate right now, so he can just use the proto belt in, deal massive damage since the item's got really like strange numbers when it comes to the hits. Like I'm serious when it comes
But
to
the
hits.
question
it's
is-
fucking hard.
But the question is, will he know to go for the proto belt? Will he know to go for the
At first, you can see that he's the... Wait, what? Okay, so he built... Sorry, but he built the needlessly large rod. And
Yeah.
he started to build the Stinger. Then he forgot that you can't build the actual hourglass anymore like this way. Because it seems like...
Yeah.
I don't really know if the hour. Oh, is it gonna be a net cannon? No, it's probably gonna get a few party shots.
But again,
A lot of damage coming out from that. Again, there you go.
similar to last game, the bot lane was too late to come help mid, so they just sieged that mid lane. Even though the bot lane was pushed out, I'm not sure what exactly they were doing. But I'm guessing that now they're going to be focused on the top lane to get that top lane tower.
I'm trying to think of what Draven trying to build. He started with the F sword, which is a good item, but now he's going for Yalmus, I think.
We had Eric. So in the last game, we had a problem with the Lucian, right? The Lucian's on the same side as the blue team, and for some very, very strange reason, he ended up building the Black Cleaver first, and then basically not completing the Yumus. Did not even have a Yumus by the end of the game, right?
How did it go?
And it went very badly for him. Very badly for
Because
him.
what it is, the explanation is easy, since Yalmus gives you actually a load of lots of attack speed when you proc it.
Yeah.
Same as it gives you 20% armor penetration. It doesn't give you attack speed at all unless you use the item. But it's a good thing because sometimes you need this little tiny bit of attack speed to actually out-trade the opponent. And if you go for a straight Black Cleaver, you got this 20% CDR, which you already got from you got actually 10% CDR from the Yalmus, but the Black Cleaver gives you 20% CDR, right? Also, it gives you the more damage since Lucian is great for Black Cleaver since you can just drop the passive 24/7 because the passive that allows it to hit.
Yeah, but I don't think it really works. I don't think it really works building a
No,
Black
it's
Cleaver
not.
first,
It's not
though,
because
right?
you're weaker in the lane. You got probably more health. But when it comes to the end of the day, it almost gives you more mobility as well. You move faster a little bit, which helps you quite a lot.
Which I would
Something
say,
like-
All right, Eric.
Yeah.
All right, Eric. let's look at the Draven right now. First blade, first item, Dusk Blade.
Dusk. I actually seen this.
What?
I actually seen this build on Draven players. There are some.
Was it Tyler 1?
It's no, not the Tyler one. No, I don't think it's a Tyler one. no, not that guy. I actually like the guy, but I think he's too toxic. I think
He's quite toxic,
messing
isn't he?
around, but I like his YouTube channel. He makes me laugh. Yeah, no, he's playing this, what you call it, Outlast, and he's scared, so scared.
I noticed something.
Oh, nice little smite coming out from
He
that
actually
gen
got
to make
steal
sure
that,
that he takes
which
that
is really
move up.
nice.
Yeah, he took it
The
back.
advantage,
But
they
the problem right
messing
now
around.
is
I realized they're messing around. They got blue team in, how should I call it, like, the blue team is on the defense type of side right now. The Herald is there. It's free. It's a free buff.
I was just going to say that I've noticed that even last game or this game.
The war is white. Have you realized that?
Yeah.
The pink war doesn't take next to it. Next to it.
okay, so
No,
the advantage keeps going out. The advantage keeps going, further and further away from legendary moves. They're not really gonna come back from this. I
they
very much doubt
barely
it.
survived.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, that's
what?
exactly
Oh,
what
did
you
he-
call
yeah,
kill.
because
You know?
Moses.
Wow, that ran him off.
Was just Gila and to keep it spin.
Was it just a prank?
It's just a prank, bro. No, but seriously, when you think about it, Kingfisher's go for this attack speed build is really nice. Have you dealing a lot of damage later on?
So the biggest problem happening right now is
Raven, I think. Raven is
for,
the biggest issue in the
yeah.
blue team. Unfortunately, when you think about the build, he's got the potential with the damage, but I think you should
yeah,
go
but he's
for
not in a
Yom
position
first.
like nobody else. Yeah, nobody else in his team at the moment is at a point where they can deal with it. You know?
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's I'm actually surprised that he built the Dusk Blade that quickly. I would have waited for it at least till the fourth item. Because when you think about it, you don't have attack speed, you only got a little bit of tiny damage. The Zed's passive on the item, kinda, plus a little bit of, like, nothing else. What is it? It gives you a movement speed, that's pretty much it.
Alright, so here we have a problem. Obviously, we were talking about the Rift Herald just a little while
It's
ago.
gone.
It was free for the longest time, and PnX could have actually taken it, but they didn't. They were messing around for too long. The Herald is gone now, so obviously Baron will be
they
the next
actually
target.
managed to push 2 towers from the top, which was a really nice idea, but they should have instantly waited for Herald, give the Herald to the Kindred or Victor at that point. Since they both really good at it, with it, I mean.
Alright, Eric, so glancing into the Dragon Pit right now, everyone's favorite Drake is coming up in just a little while.
Oh yeah, we're gonna...
What do you reckon is gonna happen right now? Oh, this is a big problem. Oh, that killer is so strong.
Raven
Man, that
dropping
killer
with
is
his
so
mace
strong.
is... Okay, Druid gets killed.
Oh, there you go. That's a nice shutdown right there. That's a nice
It looks like
shutdown.
Raven finally got it
We
killed.
got fights. Yeah, and Raven just got deleted by that Victor. Victor coming in, bringing the...
Massive damage.
okay, I actually forgot the name of his... I forgot the name of his alt.
I can't pronounce that. It's in Japanese. I got Mike. When I
Looks like they're gonna
find
get
it in
Oh,
Japanese.
okay, you know it in Japanese. Okay, say it in Japanese. What do you know it in Japanese? How do you say
No,
it?
I actually don't know the name in Japanese. I don't know how to pronounce it at that point.
Alright, I forgot. You changed your line to Japanese,
Yeah,
didn't you?
because it looks really nice, especially the voice. You hear the Gangplank, like Gangplank is my main, and Gangplank is super fun when you hear him talking in Japanese about the oranges.
The Japanese karma sounds extremely sexy.
Alright, whatever you're into, bro.
Hey, come on, man. Everyone likes Japanese girls. That's just how it goes.
Obviously.
Alright, so let's have a look at the situation right now. Team Phoenix obviously very, very ahead.
Oh,
Okay, is he gonna just go? Oh my goodness, what? Fresh,
hello.
please, what is going on? What is going on? What
This-
happened there?
I mean,
No,
like,
you can't even chase.
he might have like
Wow,
let
that
him
move.
go just to go for Lucian, but was the worst idea they could have come
No,
up
that
with.
should have been taken. That should have been taken. Yeah, that should have been taken because Kenan was there, which means Kenan could have easily locked up that
Exactly.
Victor, you know? And that
But
Victor
as
was
you can
worth amount
see,
of gold. I mean, he
Kennan's
needs that's shutdown
build
goal
is
right there.
really weird. It feels like he's going for this, what do you call it, a death cup, but it's quite weird. Can you really see it? He's like going for a death cup
Yeah, I'm
first
looking at it.
item. Even though he shouldn't go for
I
a proto
think-
belt first item.
I think the blue team needs to go and do a little research about the different kinds of builds that you have to do on champions. And
But
then,
that's actually quite
Because
true.
see, even during the last
Yeah.
game, I think we were talking about the top
Yeah.
lane, right? In the last game, and
he had 3
There was
uncompleted
a-
items.
yeah, he had three incomplete items. You know, that's not exactly what you want to be having because you're not getting the bonuses, you're not getting the passives you're not getting an active from any single item, and
Apart from
you're
the
kind
side
of
stone.
wasting a lot of space on your thing. You know, yeah, apart from the side stone. You know, but you're looking at the cannon right now. You gotta see.
Yeah, they got three
You
dragons.
gotta
There's
need
no
the
stopping
stars
this.
on.
3 dragons to the enemy.
Yeah, that's it.
It seems like
That's actually a fire drake. That's actually
Got 2 fire
that's
break
actually
and
infernal.
1 the mountain one.
Yeah.
well, they're just taking one objective after another. This game should be coming to an
Have
end
you
very soon.
realized that blue team seems clueless of what's going on around?
Yeah. There's a lack of wards around. The wards that are there are in places where it doesn't really matter.
For
You know,
example,
I
if you're
think-
playing as a mid laner, you should have the blue ward, same as ADC, right after you hit the level 9, you should have the blue ward so you can like ward it from really far so you won't base check
Exactly.
it.
Exactly. Right now, you got a problem where the blue team is walking around the map very aimlessly. The top tower is open, so somebody should actually try and maybe push, maybe get at least one tower over there. But this is not gonna work out.
There,
well.
no.
I already
Okay,
feel
now
that it's not
when
gonna work
that
out.
cannon gets in, so it's knocked up. Okay, that's
Outcome
nice.
there, that's a lot of damage, that's a lot of damage. But it's still not enough to kill that
That is-
Angel.
that is
Finally, the
enough.
Lucian goes down.
Now
Lucian goes down.
Raven is
Too
in a melee
much
mode
damage,
for some
man.
reason. Oh,
Keep
oh
in
wow.
Oh, fail
Into
flash.
fail flash.
Keep in
We
mind
just had
that
an NA flash, guys. We just had an NA flash. Let's just
keep in mind that was a 4 versus 5 man. The Kindred was not there.
yeah. He only joined later on, and they still had so much damage coming out from the Lucian as well as the Victor to win that
I mean,
fight. Like
the position was the worst part in the blue team.
yeah.
They should
They
not
have
be
no-
Unfortunately, the
Yeah.
Raven was in a melee mode against Maokai for some reason. Which was very funny to watch. Alistar did an amazing job on stopping cannon, so red team could deal a little bit of damage before the cannon engaged on them.
Yeah,
And literally killed them with the ultimate, but
There's so much potential in this team because like you can see how much damage this cannon is doing. Unfortunately, the problem is there's no focus, there's no clear shot calling. Myself and Shabir, we noticed the same thing in the last game, where there was a major lack of proper shot calling, you know? Like it was like they were all just like, oh, I'll go for this guy, you go for that guy, you go for this guy, and hope to God that we get a kill, you know? It doesn't work like that.
Well, it looks like Team Phoenix is taking this game very slowly. They could have
I'm
probably
not sure if I can't be convinced into the blue team. I think they're gonna lose. They're
I
pretty
think
much
they're gonna lose as well. You know, I mean, that first fight, right? The first fight in the bot lane, where Phoenix ended up getting 4 kills off of that little exchange, right? 4 or 3 kills, I can't really remember.
That's
I
probably
knew
the
at
worst
that
part
point.
about the build right now because the red team has idea of what to build, while the blue team is clueless of what to build. For example, Shen shouldn't go for a staircase cage at all.
That's
You should be
actually true.
having.
I know it's a what is it, 400? It's a 400, yeah, it's a 400 health. If if you get attacked for quite a long time, or you attack it, you get the passive procs, and then you get a massive shield. I know, but it doesn't give you any resistance.
Yeah,
Exactly.
If you would have go for something like
for the Xerax gauge to be effective, you need to have an already existing amount of tankiness. You know? It's absolutely pointless if you're going for a Xerax gauge off the bat because it's not really going to give you anything. It's kind of like going for a Bloodthirst, the first item on an ADC, you know? It's not really going to do you anything, you know? Because Xerax Gauge, just like other items like Bloodthirst, it's an item that capitalizes on already existing items.
Yeah. Well, it looks like they're sieging the tower now.
Team Phoenix with the mountain break helping them along. A lot of damage on that tower, and this Thresh is absolutely melting. Kenan having no success against that Maokai, no damage. There you go. One more twisted advance, twisted advance, and Kenan goes down. And the bot inhibitor is available, and I think they're gonna wait for this next minion wave to come in, and this tower's gonna go down really, really fast.
And the top lane is pushing as well. This seems to be the game.
It's over.
Yeah.
It's over. The game is done.
This is over. This is a GG. Yeah, this is a GG.
The blue team just has to bend down. Maokai is way too fast for the blue team. Renekton is way too squishy. Going for Black Leader was the idea, but at the same time, it doesn't
down. Everyone's just going by. Everyone's going down so fast. It's just, no, there you go.
Kenan comes in, tries to do something, he fails. Renekton is trying to chase
There's nothing you can do at this point. Renekton, just run, bro. You just need to run. You just need to get out of here. And
they can't.
Yeah, the GGs are coming out already. There's not really much you can do. No Baron coming in for this game, just like last game. But I don't think they really need the Baron, you know?
Yeah, they put the head.
Kenan might have built actual proper belt. He would have actually killed them there.
Yeah.
Professional.
A very random stand together coming in.
Double kill.
Okay, Victor is double kill.
Classic
Oh, wow.
cash. 7-1-10 on that Victor. There's nothing much we can do, to be honest.
Actually, didn't finish
Shutdown
the
coming
game.
in for the Lucian. Actually, this is exactly what happened last game as well. You know, they had the game, they could have finished it, and they were just running around, just playing around just a little bit, you know?
If you
Oh,
think about it,
Renekton.
this is
Oh, bro.
Earthbase. Oh, right. Done.
There it is.
Winions.
Winions OP. Winions OP. Alright, so as we head into the victory/defeat screen, let's just recap everything that's happened. Eric, first your impressions on this game. What
I find the only thing that hurts me are the builds in the blue team. They had no idea what to build against the enemies, unfortunately. Ben should have go for more resistance instead of health.
User joined your channel.
Draven should have go for Yomu's first item for more mobility, damage, plus out attack speed. When we're talking about the Thresh was doing fine, I guess. I'm not a support main, unfortunately. I don't really play supports. When it comes to like others, Kenan was a little bit clueless of what to build, so it took him quite a while to get the first item done, which put them in a really bad spot at the start of a game. And the Renekton went for a Black River first item. He could have actually go for a Titanic first for health and a little bit of damage, and then he could have get something like a Spirit Visage, which would have helped him. When we're talking about the red team has like all the right builds when it comes to that point. They had the actual position and they knew what to do. Blue team unfortunately had the problems with the position, and especially Draven when he was going in the melee mode.
Well, it looks like Eric basically aced the fact that there was a big problem with the items that the blue team was building, and
That's true.
Also, you can
Yeah.
see the court.
So I mean, I think guys, we need to actually go off for a while because the stream is going to stop until the next game comes through. But just a recap, you know, I think obviously builds are a big problem, and Team Phoenix being the #1 ranked team in the country, I think these teams who know that they're facing them need to do a little bit more research on how these guys play. You know, especially with the double TPs coming, because this is basically the second game where you saw those double TPs coming in, where they snowballed off the tower and into the Drake as well. So while we wait for the next game to start, a big thank you going out to the sponsors. Asus, thank you for coming in, along with Republic of Gamers, and of course the co-sponsor FSP, and organized by Redline Technologies as well. If you want to get a gamer PC done, guys, this is where you go, Majestic City, second floor. You know where to find it. And of course, telecommunications partner SL Telecom as well, Sri Lanka Telecom. Thank you very much for coming through. So we're gonna go off the stream for just a little while, and we'll be back for the next game as well, because another group stage match is going to be happening. Team SPA, Eric, I believe you know Hades. He's going to be playing as well, so we'll probably analyze him a little bit.
I'll analyze him from
so SPA is going to be
top to bottom. Promise you.
Exactly. So SPA is going to be coming in facing off against Team Mixed Fruit, so we're going to be seeing that in just a little bit. Cheesy, thank you very much. Eric, thanks for joining us. We'll be back again in just a little bit.